Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chinom. So in today's video I will be doing a full review of the recently released Nollywood movie Oloture. It's out on Netflix. I watched it yesterday and I had a lot to say, so I thought why not just do a video and share with you guys what I think. Plot, it's about human trafficking in Nigeria, basically about an investigative journalist who goes undercover as a prostitute just to expose the whole human trafficking ring in Nigeria and how it operates. The first thing I'm going to say about just the general storyline is that it was very, very relevant. You know, there are some movies that start off slow and you're just like, I don't really know where this is going, but I'm just gonna wait. But then it's slow and it's like it's building up, but it's just slow. This one was not like that. The very first scene was like it hit me and I was just sucked in the very first scene because it was fast, it was scary. This is how you start a movie and just draw people's attention, and people are just stuck and glued to the screen immediately from the very, very first scene. The script writers, they did a good job because first things first, the mistake that I feel a lot of Nollywood scripts have is in the language. That dialogue, it just doesn't flow as effortlessly as I want it to or as I would like it to. This movie, Oloture, they did not make that mistake. The dialogues felt very natural. I don't know how else to explain it, but it just felt very natural. Like nothing that anybody said was out of place. Everything sounded like exactly what it would be like if that situation happened in real life. So the language of the script was just very on point. It was seamless. The conversations, the dialogue was just seamless. So I'm going to save the lead actress Sharon for last, just because she's the lead, and then I'm going to talk about everybody else. But before I talk about anybody else, let me just say Omaomi Dada, she literally killed her role. I feel like she was the best. I felt everything that her character felt and I was just like, wow. There was Omoni Opoli, who is always good in all her movies. I mean, she played the role of Alero, sort of like a madame that was arranging the girls for the trafficking. Omaomi, the singer, was actually there. She was in charge of the place where all the girls, the prostitutes, where they lived. She did well. Wofai, I hope that's how to pronounce her name. She was so good. She was one of the prostitutes. She killed her role. She was in the very first scene too. That was part of that first scene that I talked about, the one that really drew me in. She was in that first scene. And then there was Lala Akindoju, who is a brilliant actress. Brilliant. She was also one of the prostitutes and the girlfriend, or like the only girl for some pimp like that who was violent. So she was basically the victim of domestic violence. Blossom Chukwujeku, I think that's his surname. Blossom, everybody knows Blossom. He was good, he was brilliant, he was like also a journalist. So he was in on the investigative journalist going undercover and everything. He was part of the people that organized her being sent there to go undercover and everything. He was good, he played his role well. He always does well now. Everybody knows Blossom, I beg. Sharon Ooja was also there. I think he was only in like 1 or 2 scenes, but it's Sharon Ooja, so of course he killed his role. Etim Efyong was also there. Anybody that watches TMC, the men's club, you know him, Larry. Our confused Larry. Anyway, he was also there. He was sort of like the connect between the Omoni Oboli, the woman that was organizing the girls. He was her connect to the mafia people that could actually get the girls across border into Europe or whatever. He was a connect, so he was like some scary dude and everything. He did well. He was only in 1 scene, I think, or 2, but he killed the scene. It was believable and everything. He's a good actor now, I beg. Oh, there was the musician Ikechukwu, who has been in a bunch of very, very good movies, and He always kills his role. His character in this one, I mean, he played it to perfection, but the character itself was like, I wanted to jump into the movie and beat the character. Like, there was a scene where he was choking Sharon Ooja, and usually Nigerian choke scenes or like violence, all those things, Nigerians don't really get to portray those things in the most believable way, but he did a good job with portraying it. It actually looked like he was real life choking her. Like, me too, I was like, let her breathe now, let her breathe small. Then let's move on to Sharon herself. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say about her because I feel like she was basically the one that carried the movie along, and that was a big responsibility. So how did she do? I'm going to say it now just so I don't sound biased, but I really like Sharon Ooja. I've sort of followed her journey from Skinny Girl in Transit to the Men's Club. Those two specifically because I really like those shows and she was brilliant in them. It seemed like the only roles that she was getting were either the over-pampered child who is just spoiled and doesn't know what to do with their lives and is not serious with their life, or just some girl that is only after money and is sneaky and deceives people and just like will do anything to just get where she wants. So those roles that she played, like, they sort of gave me a tunnel vision of roles that I was expecting to see her in. So when I saw her hyping this movie way before it came out, and I just sort of, read like a few summary of what the plot was about, I was surprised. I was like, are they sure? Is she sure? Look at our Jasmine, look at our Shalewa. Completely changed, completely different. So I was impressed, like, that first scene, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't feel so anxious about it. Maybe she's actually going to do well. And I kept watching, and she surprised me. Just the fact that they trusted her with that character, I believe in her growth, and I see the growth, and I'm so proud of her. I didn't feel like there were any unnecessary scenes. Every scene was relevant to the story. There's a point where the main character goes to this party and something terrible happens there, and at this point she's feeling a lot of shame. She's feeling very dirty and very just unworthy, and she goes home to see her mom, and she's dressed in this very, very nice, lovely gown, the same way that she always, dresses when she goes to see her mom. And her mom is outside at the backyard just spreading some clothes out to dry. Her mom is backing her so the mom cannot see her, but she's literally just standing at the gate, feeling all of this shame and pain and unworthiness, and she cannot go in. She cannot face her mom, and she's just crying and standing there. And after a while she just turns around and walks away, and then she walks into a church, and coincidentally the pastor is just speaking of how you need to just basically lay down everything at God's feet and let him take control of whatever is going on in your life. And like, the character does not say anything, she doesn't say anything, but those scenes spoke volumes. And then let's talk about the ending. From what people were saying, I just knew that it wasn't exactly a happy ending, right? Then I watched it, and I understand why people are uncomfortable with the ending. People like a movie to end with some sort of resolution at the end. As a writer, I know that stories don't always have resolutions. Stories don't always have happy endings. Stories don't always conclude themselves. A lot of times, the beauty in writing is that it's open-ended. Yes, authors will write with like a goal in mind, a purpose, a message that they want to try and pass across, maybe. But at the end of the day, it really is up to the readers. And in the case of the movies, it is up to the viewers to interpret it. However it ends, it's up to you that has watched it to come to your own conclusion, come to your own resolution, and just find some type of peace with how it has ended. I feel like why people were uneasy about the whole thing is because the movie ends and we really don't know if the lead character Ehi, played by Sharon Ooja, we don't know if Ehi is going to be okay. The way I see it is just knowing, following her story through the movie. I'm not scared for her. And then more than anything else, what I'm holding on to is just the fact that the last thing she did before the movie ended and we don't know what else happened, the last thing she did was help Beauty escape. I feel like what I'm most comfortable with about the ending is the fact that Beauty escaped and Ehi played a huge role in making that possible. But can you imagine if Beauty had stayed? If Beauty did not escape, like, Beauty was not going to be alright. Beauty was coming straight from the village. The fact that Beauty escaped gives me a certain kind of peace and joy in my heart, because Ehi was a huge part of that and it was needed, it was necessary. I don't know what's going to happen to Ehi, but she'll be fine, and I'm okay with not really knowing how her being fine exactly will happen. Those are all the things that I think about the movie Oloture. Would I recommend it? I would say yes, if you are interested in Nollywood properly executing and properly displaying a very, very, very relevant issue in our society today, which is human trafficking. If you are interested in good acting, good directing, a good script, if you are interested in those things, I would say yes, absolutely, I recommend it. But if you're looking for mindless, carefree entertainment, you want to see bass boss, you just want something light, I would say no, because you're just not going to appreciate the movie, and that's okay. If that's not what you're looking for, by all means skip it, okay? It's not a do or die affair. I definitely recommend it if you're a serious somebody and you care about serious issues and you care about Nollywood actually, taking their time to work on the little details and make sure that they're getting things right, things like dialogue. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. This brings me to the end of this video. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. If you still haven't subscribed to my channel, now is the time to do so. So please subscribe to my channel. You've already watched this video and there will be many more wonderful videos to come. So please subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.